It is May the 13th. I am Jennifer from Cultaholic, and this is This Day in Wrestling. And joining me today is Adam Paciuti.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Hey.
May the 13th.
Yes.
2002. We'll go to Raw. And it was a big deal for Raw because it was Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair on a Raw.
On
for
free TV.
Free TV, basically. No pay-per-view.
In a title match for the undisputed title.
Yep. And this is the first time that we would actually see them in a match in a WWE thing, like
free TV, yeah.
For free.
Yeah, it's
that's huge. And
crazy.
The fact that it was a title defence. Hogan retained the undisputed title against Flair, but yeah, that's massive.
It is massive. It's just the thought of that going on for free, and it wasn't a bad match either.
No.
It was it was decent. Yeah, Hogan retained two of the biggest wrestling names ever.
Yeah.
Like, both of those guys are in the top 5. I don't know what else you can kind of say about this. Of course, Hogan picked up the undisputed title from Triple H, ended up later dropping it to The Undertaker with the choke slam where he sandbagged him. Like, Hogan wasn't cooperating. And it's since, I think he's blamed that since on like fatigue or something, but...
Oh really? So he's spoken out about it?
Yeah, I think so. I remember reading that somewhere. But yeah, big match.
That's
a big
deal.
Raw
and the
main
fact
event.
That, and for free.
Yeah.
Cannot grumble. Thanks, WWE. 2007. I know, drama. NWA severs all ties with TNA. Because TNA had been naughty.
They had. Talk me through what they had done.
So, basically, TNA, NWA had combined, joined forces, and TNA was using the NWA for like titles, like just using the name as you do, combined. But TNA were not following contractual agreements really, to do with things like bookings. For example, if the NWA title was going to be, they were going to put that on the line.
Yeah.
They were not informing the NWA about this. There was other things as well. They, just kind of, they had to pay a fee if they ran a show.
And they weren't paying.
And they weren't doing that.
That's unlike TNA, isn't it? The thing about this, I guess, is that probably at this time, TNA had outgrown the NWA.
Well, they had.
It's not a name that they would have really needed anymore. Obviously, I have very fond memories. Certainly by 2007. They're big guys. Guys are even bigger now, AJ Styles and Joe and all that. But, I remember watching. I watched a lot of the weekly NWA TNA branded pay-per-views. But as I say, by this time, TNA was a pretty big name, and it was starting to be talked about that they could be genuine competition for WWE.
But still though, even if they had outgrown it, just not a good way to conduct business.
No, certainly not. Obviously,
especially
we don't know
against a respected company like the NWA.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough, it's been a bit old-fashioned and maybe not as held in high regard at this point in time, but
do what's right, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't know the specifics, but at the same time, it was during a period in TNA's history where I can believe that sort of thing was happening. But, I mean, for the following few years until Hogan joined, they felt big.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
And they felt big when Hogan joined. That's unfair to say, actually. It was the eventual, I guess, you can call it a demise of TNA.
Yeah. Well, it was, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was the nepotistic booking and all of the normal crap that Hogan perhaps brings. Yeah.
Well, that happened on this day in 2007. 2011, New Japan Pro Wrestling will hold their first ever US show, which was titled Attack on the East Coast Day 1.
Hold your horses. I'm going to sub in Jack the Jobber for this one because I don't know a lot about this at all.
Yeah, please do, because
Jack, get in here.
Jack's here now.
Hey.
Hi, Jack.
How's it going?
Good. I'm glad to have you back. But also really glad to have you back to talk to me about New Japan because it's no secret. I don't have a clue. So, Attack on East Coast Day 1.
So
talk to me.
I don't know too much about this either, but I've done a little bit of research.
Okay.
So this was in 2011, you said. This was a series of 3 shows. I think it was like a little mini tour that they did of the East Coast. So they did New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia. Okay. 3 shows featuring names like MVP, Charlie Haas, Rhino, and do you know Rhino?
I love him.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Good guy. Great.
I remember his carpets once.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What did he do? What?
He was getting new carpets and he's telling me about it.
And they all.
It's true.
And they all.
Sorry.
I'm just a bit thrown. A lot of the American guys actually went over Japanese guys. They beat them.
Actually.
A bit of a strange one because MVP apparently, from what I've just briefly researched, won a little tournament for the Intercontinental Championship, and he beat guys like Tanahashi and Naito, big names now, like huge. Yeah, I know.
Why would they? That's a bit strange, no?
I guess MVP was treated like a massive deal when he went over there. I don't know. I mean, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah, no, he is a good, but you
know.
But it just seems a bit strange that they would do that for their own guys.
Yeah, it does actually, doesn't it, a little bit? Now, what I will say is that when you compare it to the recent shows that they've run this year and last year in California, that's been more of a fair sort of balance. They haven't really pushed the American guys as hard. They've done more of a fair balance.
Well, maybe because now they have announced they have a dojo in America.
Yes, Shibata runs it. Okay. Love Shibata, Katsuyori Shibata, my boy.
Is it open?
Yeah, I think it's open. I think so.
And that's on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's on the West Coast, where they had their last 2 shows actually. So.
Okay.
But it's all kind of. I think that maybe they have more of a balance these days not because they don't want to get American guys over as much, just because the fans are more knowledgeable and the internet and everything. So I think maybe. Fans will know who Tanahashi is, they'll know who Naito is, so when they come out, they're actually some of the over guys now as well. They're some of the more popular guys, whereas in this 2011 tour, I imagine the American guys would have been far more well known to a Western audience.
Yeah. Birthdays! Birthdays are here, May 13th, and we've got an absolute belter. We've got 2 belters, but we've got an absolute belter here.
Yes.
Announce it, Adam.
Today is the birthday of Jimmy Wang Yang.
Woo! All aboard the party bus.
Yes, if you missed it before, Jimmy Wang Yang now has a bus on which you can pay to party with Jimmy Wang Yang.
He's got 2 buses actually.
You've done research onto his fleet of buses.
No, because seriously, Ross and I are going to go. It's on Ross's bucket list and it's now on mine, and we're going to get a bus each.
You're not going to party with Ross?
No, we'll party.
It'll be the Jen party bus and the Ross party bus. Why don't you guys all come too? And you can pick a bus. That would be great. So he's got the original party bus, which I'm putting Ross on, right? That's the brown one. Yeah. So Ross can have that one because it was his dream before mine, because I didn't know anything about it until last month. However... You're going on the new one?
Yeah. Obviously, business is booming in the Wang Yang household, and his new bus is the Princess Party Bus.
Oh!
And it's pink, and I'm Jack.
Talk to me about the facilities inside these buses.
So basically, there's lights, there's music, there's drinking.
All the things you need for a party.
Yeah, it's just a party on wheels. I don't know if Jimmy drives it. Hopefully he will.
No, he's going to be like chaperoning, isn't he? He's making sure you don't trash the party bus because he's invested all of his money in the party bus.
Well, things are going well that he's got 2.
Yeah, congratulations and happy birthday to Jimmy Wang Yang.
See if we get loads of patrons or signed up to the Patreon.
We should spend their money. Instead of new equipment, new lighting, new sound equipment, we're going to go on the Jimmy Wang Yang party bus for our Christmas party. And we're gonna hire out for a week. It's going to be a week-long party with Jimmy Wang Yang, which sounds absolutely pissing miserable.
I found a thread on Reddit about the Jimmy. It's called "I saw Jimmy Wang Yang driving a party bus." I went to a Guns N' Roses concert in Cincinnati on Wednesday. Before the show, we went to a bar a few blocks away for some drinks. The place was packed, so we stood outside and drank a few beers. Jimmy Wang Yang drove by quite a few times in his redneck party bus. I couldn't see how many people were on the bus, but the driver's window was down and it was definitely him. He drives.
Oh, he does drive it. Business not good enough to hire a driver.
No, or a very business savvy.
I wonder who drives the Princess Party bus. I assume Mrs. Wang Yang.
I assume so. Queen of the Wang Yang household.
Next birthday, please.
Oh, sorry. Our
Redneck party bus. Jesus.
Here, how funny. The Princess Party Bus. I'm so involved. Birthdays. Another birthday today. Which actually, terribly, I don't know the age. I don't know her age. Can we
Take a guess.
No. Never guess it.
It's an actual close personal friend.
Yes. I genuinely want to wish a happiest birthday to my friend Viper, also known as Piper Niven.
Yes.
In WWE terms.
She is fantastic.
She is amazing. Not only in the ring and in all forms of wrestling, she's just an amazing person.
Oh.
I really like her.
She wrestled for What Culture a lot, and she was always so lovely. I've not heard a bad word about her.
Never a bad word. Never a bad word.
She, for my money, might be the best female British wrestler in the country today. I think she's amazing. I watched that the promo that she gave in ICW. Goosebumps.
Yeah, she's incredible.
She can do everything, can't she?
She is, and at time of filming, she is a four title holder.
Yes.
Like, yeah, so she's she's taken the ICW belt, made it a world championship, which huge congratulations, that's amazing. She's got SWA belt, she's got Fierce Females belt, and she's now Stardom.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
You were saying to me just before we started rolling that she's going to be huge.
She will be.
She really will.
She, in the Mae Young Classic, I think she was definitely one of the standout talents.
100%.
And I'm not just saying that because...
No.
She genuinely, she owned it.
Yeah, she was. She lost
to Toni Storm, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Who, again, I love Toni
Fantastic.
Storm. Fantastic.
She's a very unique wrestler.
Yeah.
She's incredibly marketable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she is going to go far.
Yeah,
she's going to go very, very far.
Anyway, I wish you the happiest of birthdays, love. So that was this day in wrestling, and you can follow me on Twitter here. If you like what we do at Cultaholic, you can support us by pledging to our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.